Taking revenge, sealing me away will be all the easier.
So, the little girl is your power incarnate. But if you recall, H-Master, this is not how we intended for events to transpire.
Waste not your words. Your life is mine.
Orders given. Orders received. Life goes on. Faster? Okay, faster.
Shifting sands know not the mountain's permanence. The enraged earth will not absolve you!
Watch out!
You've recovered. How can that
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain! The enraged earth will not absolve you! Shifting sands know not the mountain's permanence. Be crushed! Fisher!
quake? I will have
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain! Is this not enough? You would forsake me again?
If that is what you choose to believe, so be it. He who bears the weight of memory is destined to shoulder the burden of truth, as it ought to be.
Faster?
For 1,000 years pain!
Crumble!
The enraged earth will not absolve you!
Master?
Shiftings! Fisher!
Lupica! My Lupica!
There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain!
This is not the end.
Solidify. This is order.
You think you can destroy me?
Solidify. Solidify. Solidify.
Fisher! Experience an eon of suffering! The enraged earth will not absolve you!
Solidify.
Shifting sands know not the mountain's permanence.
Solidify.
Fisher! There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain! Morax. 1,000 years.
You should call it by its name, Ashtaha. Fate.
Fate? Fate? So here lies the wisdom of the gods. Destroy all.
No. You have...
That voice,
Ashtaha.
huh? Could
Morax. Ashtaha.
During the battle, you imbued us with your power.
Yes, it was all I could manage. For allow me to elapse heaven and earth.
No!
When the seal of that's
Death!
I had sensed that something was amiss when you mentioned Dragonfall.
Don't blame you. It's been
There would be no...
Ajda. The memories of rocks do not last long. Those memories that survive are rooted in powerful emotion. But as time passes, erosion. Ajda.
What would you...
This much is true. In the beginning, erosion, Morax, and so we became you. And from your will, I am your
No!
I am
No!
Morax.
My lord!
You forgot that which you all powers under heaven. Rise and fall of
A star appears wild.
You are in the wilderness.
No!
Perhaps it is.
More axe!
The little girl vanished.
Are you satisfied?
I had to make a So,
I do.
well,
As you please.
I never did.
I hardly...
And yet,
Your power. Shall we get going? You and I?
surely.
Indeed.
How did we get here? We need to go back and check on the miners.
So there you are. We found Mao in a
Nothing.
cave.
They're exhausted, but...
So you're taking.
That's right.
Can I come with?
No problem.
Could you?
Not I. Once I'm
You always...
curious,
Ajdaha.
I can.
Today I am...
Even you.
No matter. If that day comes to pass, Leoim...
And how will Liua fare without
Even without a god above, this remains a nation of men.
all like that's? You may.
I do not pretend...
Were it not
You've brought it.
that day
Heart of...
you chose.
The movement.
Hence, do not forget old friend.
Thank you, Ajda.
My light.
You're leaving?
If it is fated, Morax, we will meet again.
Yes. Don't be alarmed. He's only... In fact, we have yet to meet the real Kunjun. He was, centuries...
In our last tale, Rex Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote voice, unlike any other, coming from a crack in the earth.
Most of the ancient geo life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Ajdaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes. Quicker than words could tell, lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon soared into the clouds.
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground. But if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would once again be sealed in the dark.
The dragon accompanied the Lord of Geo, fighting campaigns alongside him in the 4 corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a spear brought billowing dust. The mountains and waters made way at the sound. The sight of a dragon bestowed with a touch the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
A 1,000 years ago, Azhdaha attacked. During that battle, Dragonfall was born. Despite being he was willing to be sealed away. But as the even the greater the power, the personally people abandoned. But I was a
You still can't.
call it. I must thank you, but
No worries.
oh, about
Oh, yeah. So, he told us about Zhongli.
I
Why? You can't even.
I understand.
You mean,
It was signed. You two are friends to me.
would you be ready to find out?
It appears there are many. They have been but you are those who come. If you take the